All right, everybody, welcome back to another episode of the ThinkAMill podcast. I'm here with my boy Monty. Post
What's
Halloween,
up?
you do anything for Halloween, bro?
Yeah, man. I went out a little bit, hung with some friends. Nothing crazy, but
Nothing too crazy, right? I didn't even
yeah.
realize it was Halloween until it was like midday, and I had to like go do some stuff for my son, and I was like, oh, it's really Halloween because like I didn't really see anybody walking around with costumes and shit. It was lit. Anything happened? Everybody turned out okay.
Yeah.
No crazy news.
No, nothing that I heard of. I mean, yeah, pretty good.
Cause
Pretty good Halloween.
you
It
know,
was warm.
yeah, it was warm, right? That's what I'm saying. Like usually, like being upstate or whatever, and I remember growing up, shit. Halloween used to be brick.
Yeah, it was actually like I think it hit 80.
80 degrees, even up top. Oh, I don't even know.
Oh yeah.
That's actually kind of crazy, bro.
It's a fact.
Yeah, I'm not gonna front. Yeah, it was really really warm. It's even warm right now. This shit kind of got my skin sizzling up. I ain't even having to put on lotion. It's damn near wintertime.
That's a fact.
Yeah,
It's
man.
feeling
But
good, man.
outside of
Feeling
that,
real good
bro.
out here.
I mean, it's a election time. Shit is kind of weird. I feel like now that sports is back and all of that kind of stuff, it's so much shit happening at one time. Like I can't be a
Yeah.
sports fanatic, a political fanatic, a hip hop fanatic because it's just too much shit to keep up with, bro.
Yeah.
The internet done gave us too much exposure to just everything happening all at once. And that's what I be struggling to keep up with. Everything that's happening. So I be missing certain shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, it's something new every day, like all day long, nonstop. You getting news about everything. Back in the day, people probably had to read the newspaper. You get it the next morning, or you watch the news at 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock. You get it then, but it's not noon. I'm getting it. 1 o'clock. I'm getting something else. 2 o'clock. Something else happened. It's hard to keep that much information.
Yeah,
The retention rate is it's gonna fall.
I think that shit kinda hold on, let me move you over just a little bit. I think that shit
Yeah.
kinda there we go. Yeah, truth be told, I think that shit kind of fucking with our brain because we get so involved with everybody else's lives, we be forgetting like what's really going on in our own life. And not for me, I had to learn how to separate the internet from like what's really really going on. And it was a challenge at first. And once I realized a lot of motherfuckers are just faking shit, or people be making headlines on purpose because they need some publicity, I don't even know what to believe no more, bro. Truth be told, this
No, that's a
election,
fact.
this election cycle, because we were relatively young the first. I mean, 2016, I didn't really pay attention, but this election cycle, once I started diving into like, um,
Yeah, 2016. 2016, we was young. 2016 was 18 years old. Cool.
I was just going
Then
to
the next
college.
election. Yeah, like the next election, kind of paid attention. But you know what's going on because you know who's in office, and it's like, gotta do something different than that. And then
Exactly.
it's like, all right, now we coming back around, and it's like I don't really know much about this person. I know this dude is not what I want, so it's like, ah,
So since we speaking about that, because I've been seeing Kamala Harris is like there's a real big issue with Black America, bro, because of they feel like Kamala Harris it has like this magic spell on Black people, and they're trying to persuade us into voting for her. Now, what I've been realizing was this, bro, is like when she came to the scene, right? I didn't even know who Kamala Harris was, and she comes to the scene, replaces Joe Biden, and everything was like, yo, she's gonna be the next big thing. She's about to take over the whole internet. And people were trying to say all these things about her past were coming out, but then that whole beginning where she was dodging media was the biggest controversy. And now it feels like people are trying to tell us what to believe, but even though we kind of could see it for ourselves, I don't understand where this happened. Where they trying to tell Black men like you must vote for this lady because you're Black, even though and I'm not going to bring the whole race thing into it because that's a little bit irrelevant. But moral of the story is, why are they trying to persuade us to vote for somebody and we don't even really know her like that? You feel me? You been
so
feeling that way?
like so like I say my problem. I don't have a problem with her. She's not the one that has the agenda that you have to vote a certain way because you're Black. That's not a Kamala thing. Or a Kamala thing. That's a Democrat thing.
Mm.
That's how the whole political system is. It's like if you're Black, you're gonna vote Democrat. That's not the truth. You're supposed to vote based on what you need. Who gives you what you need? That's who you're supposed to vote for. Who's better for the overall good of America? That's who you're supposed to vote for.
And that's what I'm saying, right? If it's like if the biggest issues are like the border, because to me that's what I've been hearing. The biggest issues of this election are immigration and border issues, and a little bit of inflation. But all of the economic stuff is a little bit back and forth. Oh, it's his fault. It's his fault. And then you have Obama saying he just admitted the other day that Trump economy was good the first 2 years, and then he said it's because of him. But this whole election, they've been saying Trump had the worst economy. So it's like all of these kind of confusing narratives are starting to come out, and it's a little bit frustrating, bro. I'm not gonna lie, but the biggest thing to me is the fact of the how entertainers and celebrities keep trying to guilt trip us and put a he's a racist card when nobody was ever saying he was a racist until he started being a politician. Because truth be told, all the people that we quote unquote admire in hip hop was hanging out with Donald Trump back in the day. So
Yeah,
I'm confused on where this shit started from.
and that's the confusing thing, right? Because yeah, the he's a racist thing, he's a racist thing. He has a track record of being, I'm not gonna call him a racist because I don't know how he really feel, but the things he be saying is some racist shit. I'm sorry. I mean, you can't say I want these guys killed because they were accused of something and then it comes out they had nothing to do with that. You can't have the, oh, I'm higher cost for black renters or not renting to black renters, but just because they're black, they can be highly qualified just because they're black. He has tons of like history of being a racist dude, but is how people decided that once he became a politician, it was okay to say he was a racist. That was the weird thing. Like when he was on The Apprentice, he wasn't a racist,
Mm.
but he was doing racist shit. So like, I don't know.
And
America is a weird place with that,
it's a
man.
weird place, and like so, but I feel like I'd be wrong to say I haven't seen him bring rappers out because I saw him bring Chef G out and Sleepy to a rally, but for some reason when Kamala does it, it's a bigger deal. It like so for example when she brought up Beyonce, I was like, how the fuck did she pull this off? But here was my
That was
discrepancy
amazing.
that because I'm like, we don't even see Beyonce. You feel me? Like, when have you ever seen Beyonce in the public eye? You know what I'm saying? But my big discrepancy when she brought Beyonce out was the simple fact that everybody kept the headlines were saying Beyonce is set to perform at Kamala's rally in Houston. And even before at the DNC, all the headlines were like Beyonce is set to perform at the DNC and then she doesn't show up. So now it's speculation that she's using these people's names to get people to come to the rallies to make it look like there's more people that are voting for Kamala Harris. You
I'm
see what I'm
tired of
saying?
the performances at rallies. I kind of, I don't feel like that's helping anything. I don't think it's giving us the information on why we should vote for the candidate because you sing your song or you rap your song because she just had Glorilla. Even with Trump bringing out Chef G and them, if you're not coming out telling us why we should vote for this person, your endorsement shouldn't matter. Just because you feel like we should vote for this person, we don't have nothing in common with most of those people that's coming out.
And
The
that's how I
average
feel.
American don't have that type of net worth to where what works for you is going to work for us. You have to come out and tell us why we should vote for them, not why you're voting for them. The whole celebrity culture in this country is cool. It's a nice thing. Don't get me wrong. I look up to some celebrities as well because they make good decisions, but that's not meaning I'm going to just vote for who they vote for just because it's them. That's stupid.
And
That's so that's so dumb.
And that's why I'm like, what do you really think about us as, people to say? But that's what all the people like Malcolm and I was talking about, like celebrities and entertainers. What other race of people do you see where the celebrities and entertainers are intellectual leaders? You know what I'm saying? And
Exactly.
because you gotta think about it, like for example, when Cardi B just came out there last night and was talking, bro, you know how many followers Cardi B has? You feel me? And how many people who blindly look up to her who don't even know their history, like how you brought up to me last week, we were talking like, yo, Ruby Bridges is still alive, right? Like a lot
Yeah.
of people don't even have a context of who were the people who really fought for what they believed in. You feel me? Really fought for us to get to where we are today, but yet they throw people like Cardi B up there on the stage. I just don't understand why. And it's not really a slander to Cardi B, but the point is, do you think Cardi B really is looking back into history and really studying these people's policy?
Good point.
That's why I'm like,
That's a fair
yo,
point.
why the Cause bro, you gotta think about it. Like all the young girls out, and who's Cardi's target audience, bro? That's what I gotta think about too. Like, cause I'm at a stage where I don't want to see Cardi shaking her behind
And with
in her music
LeBron
videos.
James, man, it's the same thing with LeBron James.
He just
LeBron
came
just
out and
came out
endorsed
and
her too.
but it's like when people come out and endorse Trump and people coming out and they endorsing the Harris campaign, it's like, bro, y'all not telling us why. You're like, they'll come out and say why we shouldn't vote for the other person. Well, they did this, they did that. No, you're supposed to be saying what your candidate can do. You're supposed to, this is supposed to be a teachable, a lesson type of moment where it's like, vote for this person because they do this, 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 and this, and that helps you.
Mm-hmm.
You're supposed to be giving knowledge to the average citizen that follows you, the 100 million people that you have following you on social media. You're supposed to be giving them the knowledge on why they should vote for the person, not just because Donald Trump is a racist.
It's like LeBron. You can't just share a video of like this compilation of a video of this compilation of Trump doing like racist stuff and racist slogans and all this stuff and say, "Oh my God, this is the world we live in. You gotta vote Kamala." But it's like, why Kamala? Because what I've been wanting to understand is like, what are we gonna get when we vote for Kamala Harris? Like, and even the whole thing with the agenda for black men. What people don't understand is like, oh my God, she finally gave y'all something. Well, what are the conditions? I hate when people say we're gonna give you loans and give you all of this. Jamon, you know a lot. We and you both know a lot of dudes from the hood. You think because they black, no matter what, they gonna walk in the bank and grab a loan? If it's just every black person can go get $25,000, bro, you think that's really gonna happen with some of the people we know?
And that's what I'm saying. Like, I support Kamala Harris because she's a black woman and the strongest people in my life is black women. But I'm not just blindly supporting you. I'm gonna look into what you're doing, and if I do feel like the other person is doing something better, which I don't, then I would have voted for him. Like, y'all gotta stop trying to play on the narratives and just say the facts.
Right?
Get the facts on the table and get it over with. The whole marketing thing behind politics is annoying.
Bro, it's annoying. I mean, $1 billion. There's this website you can look up and it'll show you how much money was spent on this election. It's well over $1 billion. The simple fact that that this is all marketing and fear mongering based politics is kind of ridiculous. Now, and I always, you know what I asked people the other day? I say, yo, bro, I want all of y'all who's complaining about migrants to show me where they house the migrants out in your cities. And I guarantee nobody really even knows, bro. Like if this wasn't like the biggest thing during the election, just migrants and immigrants and the border crossings, what the hell would they even be talking about, bro? What would they even be
Yeah,
talking
why are
about?
we not talking about cleaning up the inner city, giving people a way to make money in a country where we're supposed to be able to make money?
Right.
A lot of people can't make ends meet. That shouldn't be a thing here. This is supposed to be the greatest place on earth.
Supposed to be the
What
greatest place.
happened to the American dream? He said make America great again. America wasn't that great a couple years ago when you was in office, buddy.
We still got the
It
same
ain't
issues
been
we
great in
had.
a long time. A lot of people can't read. A lot of people can't write. A lot of people can't make money. This is not doesn't seem like the best place.
And those
A lot
things
of
are important.
fear. It's a lot of
Exactly.
fear.
When you
It's a
talk
lot of
about
stress.
you talking about giving people money, motherfuckers can't even read what they but can't even read the loan agreement. Motherfuckers can't even read.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
It's a
Motherfuckers
lot of it's a lot of predatory practices going on, man.
like as far as black people, bro, there's way bigger priority. But my biggest thing is the people that are endorsing Kamala Harris and why. So for example, why is it in the headlines that Sexy Red just endorsed Kamala Harris? Why is it only when
who cares?
exactly it's like and
Who is that for?
that's what makes me like, yo, bro, why do I have
What's her
to do this?
fan base? Like, what are they age brackets? Like, who is that really for?
It's like, why is that a headline? And then you know what's crazy? The caption is I just voted Kamala Harris, whatever, and it's her bent over. Why is that even a
What I'm
headline right
saying,
now?
bro. Like, the real conversation that needs to be had. Fuck Sexy Red, man. No offense to Sexy Red. I'm
Nah,
not saying
fuck
fuck you
Sexy
like
Red.
that, but fuck you. Like, let's talk about why the narrative is that young black men don't want to vote for Kamala Harris, being that she's a black woman,
I
and
guess it's
they
because
want
we
to
don't
make
love.
it.
I guess because we don't love our black woman enough, bro. We don't
See,
love
and
Auntie and them. According to
it's
Barack,
it's it's that the whole young black men are sexist and we don't respect black women. Where does that come from?
Where?
They're talking about such a small sector of us. We're already, if you go by what the census says, we're already a small sector of America.
Mm.
Why is it on? Why is it such a story? If a few people don't want to vote for her, and you labeling a whole group of young black men is just that small group of people, because I have a bunch of friends and I only know a few of them that's going to vote for Trump.
Exact, and and you see what I'm saying? That's why I was like, it's hard to see what's really happening. I always say some people just caught in the algorithm, bro, because we don't really know what's happening on the streets for real, bro. Because
Mm-hmm.
we going. That's what I say. I can't argue with people who are stuck on one side because they don't get the chance to see the middle. I'm the
Have you
person that's
ever been polled?
polled.
Yeah. Have you ever
No,
been polled for any poll that you see done anywhere?
no, I haven't.
They say tons of polls. Oh, we poll people in this age range. Where
I
are you
haven't.
finding these people? Who
I
are these people? I've never even met anyone that's been polled.
I've never. So it's like my thing is when you bring these people up, is this supposed to like it in exchange for my vote? Yo, they bought Cardi B up. We got to support the good sis Cardi. So now we're gonna vote because we have a problem with black women. So now this is gonna help. I don't understand the agenda. I don't understand why. Because my thing is this, bro. Because like when Charlemagne asked her, Charlemagne been doing a lot of coonery and simping for the Democratic Party, but he did ask Kamala Harris. He said, well, if Barack Obama could point fingers at black men and say, when does Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump, when did they start doing that? And Bill Clinton, when did they start pointing fingers at white people? Then when does that
Because
start?
white women went out and voted for him in droves last time he was up for election.
Who?
53, I think the number is 53% of white women voted for Donald Trump his
Mm.
last election. I can look that up.
Oh wow. And it's crazy. My thing is this, bro. Joe Biden had even Hillary Clinton had higher black male votes than Kamala Harris, and Joe Biden was in the 90s or something percent. And or what that might have been Obama. He had like 97% or something outrageous. And now Kamala Harris is in the 70s. Y'all want to make it seem like y'all only narrative is that we're sexist and we don't love our aunties when Hillary Clinton had a higher black vote than Kamala Harris? And this is about being sexist and not having respect for black women?
Shit
That's
is
the shit that's
ridiculous.
insulting to me, bro.
Shit is ridiculous.
That's the shit like it's like, okay, so y'all don't think that we smart enough. Y'all use somebody like Cardi B and no disrespect to Beyonce. Like Beyonce's a mega star.
They
And we
brought Chef G out. He brought Chef G and them out there. Like they said, oh, we're gonna get the black vote because Trump got shot at and went to jail. Like y'all gotta be fucking kidding me, bro. Like who the fuck comes up with this shit?
bro,
Who
that's what
comes
I'm
up with this?
saying.
Who
Who?
falls for this?
I don't know, bro. And I
You have
think
to
it's
be a
insulting.
fucking idiot to fall for. Oh, I got shot and I went to jail. You should vote for me. Why the fuck would I want a nigga in office who went to jail?
Bro, this is what I'm saying.
What?
I think it's insulting, bro, to say, yeah, they gonna fuck with that because they used to that. That's why when we gonna talk about later what everybody getting locked up, that's what we gonna talk about later. But I think it's just I think it's just the morally wrong, bro, how they doing that to us and they trying to guilt trip us into voting blue. As if I can't say, well, I want to vote green or I wanted to vote for RFK until he combined with Trump and now
Okay,
it's like,
here goes the numbers. 62% of white men voted for Donald Trump, 47% of white women, but only 45% of white women voted for Clinton. This is 2016.
mm,
If you go to black men, only 14% of black men voted for Donald Trump in 2016 compared to 81% that voted for Hillary Clinton. It doesn't
damn,
seem like it's sexist
at all, right?
at all.
That's why I say Hillary Clinton had 80%. Kamala has less than that. There's a party problem. There's a resignation problem. This is not a color or sexist problem. This is a
Yeah,
resignation and an understanding problem. This is a I don't feel secure in you as a politician problem. This is not really anything to do with race or discriminating on her as a woman. I truthfully feel like black men are more respectful to their elder black women than freaking white men are. They be the one wild and calling their mom all types of hoes and crazy names. We the one talking about yes, ma'am, yes, auntie. So I don't know where they got this narrative from, bro. That's why it's truly heartbreaking.
like they have to stop. Okay, so yeah, I was right. In 2020, 53% of white women voted for Donald Trump compared to 12% of black men voting for him. So we have to stop with the narrative that black men want to be white men like Mark Lamont Hill said, or
Wait, Mark Lamont
uh
Hill said what?
he said black men want to vote for Donald Trump because they secretly want to be white men.
Yo,
And
bro.
I'm assuming he meant because of the power that Donald Trump had and the way that he wielded his power. But to even say that phrase like that is like, come on, dog. Like, what the
Bro,
fuck
that's
are
the
you
same thing Fat Joe just said about Puerto Ricans. I don't know where they're getting this. He said Puerto Ricans who still vote for Trump, uh, they're just Latino people who wish they were white. This is why I'm saying, bro, our entertainers and Mark Lamont Hill is supposed to be some type of activist, but yet he's on Joe Budden's podcast where they talk shit about culture all day. I don't see you doing much Activision work, bro. It seems like you want to be immersed in culture. And I saw you up there on Piers Morgan podcast getting your shit wrapped up and slammed around by Candace Owens, which should not be happening. But these are the type of talking points that I just don't understand and why I have a hard time getting behind these people, bro. Even with DL Hughley, they did the Black Men's Summit and still end up talking about the rainbow community, which is not a problem. But stop trying to be the voice for black men and not really be the voice for black men on a
Black
platform
Men
that's owned by white
Summit?
people. Huh?
Where'd they do this at?
So the Black Men's Summit, let me show you. Black Men's Summit, my keyboard be the Black Men's Summit was on BET. You can look it up real quick. They was on BET. It was DL Hughley, a bunch of other like black men talking about Black America, and it was on BET. Now, if I'm not mistaken,
Did they have any guys that weren't celebrities up there?
not from my understanding that I know about, that was like,
Okay, so what happened to the days of having conversations with actual people who aren't in a position of privilege?
and people who don't have pre-planned questions that you just randomly pick this person from the crowd. No, why are
Yeah,
y'all not in the streets and street teaming this?
because yeah, DL Hughley is a black man and he deserves to speak about his experience as being a black man, but he does not have the same experience as a regular everyday Joe.
He don't.
They're
He
similar because they're both black, but one, you're a well-known figure with a good amount of money, I'm pretty sure, and it's completely different than a regular person.
and
Like
that and
there's
that
a difference.
and that's what I'm saying. Like when you get these people up here and like to talk, like what type of people are you looking to convince when you bring out Glorilla? And no disrespect to Glow, I was just bigging Glorilla up not too long ago, but I just found it was weird, like, because 50 Cent is the only one who ain't. 50 Cent said Trump tried to give him $3 million to perform at the Madison Square Garden, and he said no because he didn't want to get involved in politics.
So
And
that right there should tell you what's going on. These people are being paid to give you an opinion on who to vote for, which means they're being paid to give they're being paid for their vote.
and
And
even
that's not how it should work.
and even LeBron, I see something right here with LeBron, and he's talking about because he came out, um, he said he's not going the other way. Now, my question is with these celebrities, where are we going now? Y'all are billionaires. Y'all gonna be good regardless. When I think about issues and they supporting these other countries and fighting these wars and being proxies, I'm draft worthy because I'm in that age range that the House had passed. This is the shit I'm worried about. Barack Obama dropped the most bombs out of any president. Clearly, these Democrats like war. He dropped 20 something thousand bombs. The dude basically ran out of bombs. So this is what I'm worried about. I'm not worried about the migrants and all this stuff. Yeah, the job market does feel fucked up. I'm an active person who worked in tech, and I know, bro, I used to get hit up by recruiters every day, and now weeks have gone by, not one recruiter reaches out to me. So I know there's something wrong with the job market. Am I saying that migrants are taking my jobs? I can't say that. But I also had a director of I forget what his job title was, but he straight up told me, bro, this is when I first heard about ghost jobs. He said, yo, bro, I'll let you know now, they're really posting jobs just to make it look like the job market is booming, but a lot of people aren't actually hiring, bro. Like, I'm not gonna front. Like, when you go to interviews, let them know you know about ghost jobs, that they have no plans of hiring. Just be honest with you. I said, what? He said, yes, bro. Even I'm doing it at my company. I said, wow. So y'all really
That's
out here just
crazy.
put. And this is somebody. And then if you look up ghost jobs on TikTok, the internet, you'll see people talking about it, bro. I mean, I just got turned down from a job at Chipotle the other day. People are being real selective. You got to. So when they try to say the job market's
That's
booming, and
crazy.
I don't believe it, bro. I believe that shit is really fucked up out here right now. People are feeling that shit.
Shit
Yeah,
is
man.
absolutely fucked up right now.
Shit is absolutely nuts, bro. So it's like when y'all celebrities endorse these people, they don't think about the rest of the people. I mean, I don't see a Cardi B or a Glorilla really think about the majority of the world and saying, let me be careful. Let me really look into this lady's policy. Let me look into her track record and not support her because she's a quote unquote black
Nah, they
woman.
taking that check. They figuring out what policies is gonna work for them that the lady got,
Mm-hmm.
and they going up there and speaking.
Yep.
I respect it. Don't get me wrong. You gotta do what's right for you.
Do what's right for you,
But
right?
what about thinking about someone else?
Right. Right. So, and I'll leave it to the professionals when they talk about abortion rights and all of that stuff. And because it seems like that's what a lot of these women are advocating for mostly. And I get it. But from my understanding, I had somebody on here.
That shit definitely matters. I feel you definitely got to give the woman the right to make the choice for their own
That's what's
body.
like,
And
you do that, you know? And,
I
but,
don't even get Donald Trump trying to take that away because he's definitely had many abortions in his
and that's
lifetime.
what I say. It's all weird. And I don't know if he was trying to take it away. I guess his argument now is leave it up to the states, leave it up to the people of the states. Now, what my thing was, what somebody told me, and I said, well, is it wrong that he's doing it with abortion? He said, this abortion bans don't really affect black women like that. They're mostly in places where there's a majority of white women who don't have access to these abortions. Like, so like, think about it. How many? I mean, we probably know people who've done these procedures, but really, this issue was really directed towards, from my understanding, when somebody broke it down to me, he said because white people are not having enough children, and that's really, this is a white supremacy move, but that's like a deeper level of thinking about it. But when that was broken down to me, I said this issue ain't really affecting black women. This is really just fear mongering and to making it seem like it is. But
Yeah,
you did say something earlier, and it makes you really want to talk about, like, where we are with all of our. Is it even right to say all of our rappers in jail? Is that even like a right thing to say?
I think it's just the fact that it's not about it being our rappers. It's about the targeting of certain individuals within our community with high net worths and that are doing specific crimes. And yes, if you commit a crime, you should probably. I'm not advocating for nobody going to jail because I don't think American jail is like a good thing. I don't think it's what it's meant to be. So I'm not cool with that shit. But if you commit a crime, you know that's a possibility.
Mm.
I
So
think the problem is it's not a fair system of targeting. Don't target the rich black dude who did a crime and not target the rich white dude or the rich Indian dude or the rich Spanish dude or the rich Asian dude who also did the crime. That's not fair.
you think
You
that,
got
like,
a list of people that supposedly were at an establishment that committed crimes for 20 plus years. You got a whole list of people and you didn't say anybody's name, but then you go get Puff. It's confusing.
whoa, what you talking about? Epstein?
Yeah, it's confusing. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
The woman went up there and was snitching. So if she was snitching, they obviously got some names, and I didn't see anybody else go to jail that was based on that list.
So
Only
you
person I seen go to jail with anything similar to that on a jacket or getting reported about them was Puff.
so you think that Diddy going to, I mean, sorry, you think that Young Thug getting out on 15 years of probation is a setup for failure, or is it really a good deal?
It's a good deal for him because that's what he wanted to come home.
Mm-hmm.
I think as a dude who don't commit crime, I think it's possible to go 15 years without committing crime. Now he has stipulations. I don't know all the stipulations of his probation
He can't
or parole.
he can't be around gang members. He has to stay within the Atlanta metro area, and there was one other thing in there, but yeah, those, it was real tight, strict stipulations. And he can't associate with gang members. Got to stay within the Atlanta metro area. That's why his only request was to talk to Gunna, specifically, and his brother, because he really can't talk to nobody.
Yeah, because like all right. So with the condition, I get it. I mean, man, 15 years is a long
That's
time.
especially when you 33 already. But this is my
Like
other thing. If you're a grown ass man and you got lucky, instead of doing, because they wanted to give him 45 years total, what he did now plus 20, and then another 20, I believe 25 years on probation, 45 years, right? And they
I
said,
think
fuck
he
it.
got out. I think he spanked them. I think he spanked them.
He spanked them,
That's what I
right?
think. I
Because
think he spanked them.
when they tried to send Brian Steele to jail for saying I got into information on y'all breaking the judicial code because they were having meetings with some of the people they were prosecuting, and they tried to send him to jail for 20 days, and they ended up,
Mhm.
his wife had to step in. That's when you should have known, all right, this case is real ugly. This ain't even fair. And they was
Yeah,
trying to
they was
stipulate,
trying to slay that man.
they were trying, oh yeah, he's the big slime, and they didn't really have no I mean, a lot of motherfuckers got life. Like somebody just got life. Somebody else got 10 years. A lot of motherfuckers did get locked up. But I think Young Thug really spanked him. He didn't say a word the whole time.
Yep.
He didn't snitch. He stayed quiet, and he was really. They were trying to make it seem like he was Pablo Escobar, YSL for real. So I'm like, when you give him 15 years of probation, my original point was, if this is a grown man in his 30s already, and you cannot stay out of jail for 15, stay out of trouble for 15 years, then you're just irresponsible. I would be
See, the
moving
thing
like,
I'm nervous about for him is if they try to jam him up because
what you
they took
mean,
an L here. They spent a lot of money and manpower in trying to put him in prison,
right?
and they failed.
Oh, and he has to do community
Essentially,
service. Sorry about that. Go ahead.
yeah, they failed. So I can see them trying to jam him up in any way that they could.
Mm.
I can
Like,
see it.
but how would they do that though? Like everywhere they go, follow him around, pull him over, hoping they catch him with some shit. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, I
Mm.
can see that for a while.
Because I remember when
They
Meek,
jam regular black dudes up every day, so I could definitely see them trying out with him.
right, just fucking with him, right? Every
Yeah,
show, every venue, and I heard that he gonna have to not be around gang members. Like, how can you do a show? Like, what you gonna tell no gang members allowed at your show? You know what I'm saying?
I don't know how the hell. I don't know how this is gonna work.
Because I remember when
I'm.
Meek Mill was on probation, they were like,
Mhm.
"Yo, people would bring weed around." Like, "Yo, I can't. You don't bring weed in my car, bro." And you got to think about it, bro. Matt, you like we moved around, been on road, and a lot of shit be happening fast. You feel me? So you might
Yeah,
jump into a V, got weed in it. Next thing you know, the police been watching you. They pull you over, and it's like, "Then this wasn't even my shit." You feel me? So
yeah,
you
and
got to
that's the
move real
dangerous
careful.
part.
He got to move real careful, bro. So
That's
I'm like,
the
I'm like,
dangerous
so
part.
I'm not as triggered and like, oh yeah, he deserved what he got as Lil Durk. I feel like me personally, I feel like Lil Durk is a 30-something-year-old man, 6 kids, has a wife. To me, Lil Durk is a crash out dummy. I'm not gonna front because if I was 30-something years old, Jamon, and you were telling me, yo, Dre, we gotta go get back on that 22-year-old, we gonna troll him in our music, and let's make music dissing 20-year-olds and blah 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 blah. Truth be told, you could feel free to call me a crash out dummy, bro. I'm a multi-millionaire, 6 kids and a wife, and I'm over here still beefing with Quando Rondo. Truth be told, and I get it. There's a part of me like, oh, it's the streets, bro. But when Wallow sat up there and cried and said, yo, they killed my little brother, and I'm only here now because I had to let that shit go, I would have listened to Wallow.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of that shit. Like, boy's a fucking idiot. He's an idiot.
I would have listened to
I'm
Wallow.
sorry. Even if you want to go get back, even if y'all feel like that's what you got to do, dog, you got way too much money to do it that way.
That way, right?
That was fucking stupid.
I feel like you shouldn't even be so involved in the
And I
bullshit.
fuck with Dirk. I fuck with Dirk. I'm a fan of Dirk's. Fan of his music. Been listening to him since the beginning. To see it play out this way and it really look bad. I'm praying for the dude, but it looks terrible. Like, come on, you tricking yourself out of your spot, dog.
Trick yourself out your spot. And I love this one song Papu said, in the belly of the beast, once you get money, niggas want to start beef and you cook them, you start calling up police. Nice try. You can never trick me off the street. And that's what I'm
That's
saying.
what I'm saying.
You're not gonna trick me off the street, bro, because now I'm gonna be in and Denny's going to jail in California. All right. Ain't no motherfucking Chicago gang members in
Now he in
California.
the Fed. He gonna be if God forbid if he's found guilty of this, he's going to the feds. He can go
That's what I meant.
anywhere in
Oh,
America.
anywhere. Oh, that's where they holding him right now in California, I believe,
They
right?
hold it, yeah, but he can go anywhere. And since he's such a high profile figure, you don't know. I don't know where they send him. It's just it's such a weird situation. Like, bro, how do you attain to get to those heights and throw it all away? Yeah, yes, I understand you took a loss and that hurt. But bro, coming from where you come from, you got to understand that you've made it to a place where you can't make those type of decisions.
I
And
feel like
if
go ahead.
if y'all had to kill cuz, if y'all had to go kill that man, it is a way to go about it to insulate yourself.
Especially when you a multi-millionaire.
Bro, you are who you are where you from. You know how this shit work.
I,
Let's not be stupid.
I'm really upset about some of the grown men, right? That are like now the OGs of our generation because they're in the 40s or 50s, right? And they're over here
Yeah.
saying like, this is hip hop's fault. How is this hip hop's fault, bro? Did Leo Cohen? How is this hip hop's fault? Did Leo Cohen send Lil Durk to do this? Did Russell Simmons send Lil Durk to do this? Did Elliot
Fuck
Grange
them.
send Lil Durk to
This
do
is
this?
a little Dirk. This is a little Dirk problem. You listen to the internet. You listen to a bunch of people that obviously don't care about you. You made a decision to have someone killed. That's the accusation. Guilty, not guilty, whatever. That's the accusation against you. If true, that is some crash out shit. That's stupid, and you'll go down as a goofy.
And it's like, how can we blame hip hop for that? I'm tired of these
No, it's him.
OGs. These OGs is like trying to blame everything else on
That's the
everybody else
That's
instead of
what
like
they.
these kids
That's
are
what
bugging.
they live on. They started to get back shit in the culture. That was they lingo in Chicago. That's they shit.
So they
Get back
started.
gang. That was Von and them name. Get back gang.
So now everybody all over the world is talking about get back, and majority of these kids is that's what I say, bro. You follow you play dumb you play stupid games. You win stupid prizes, bro. And we clearly see what the prizes are. Fucking jail, dead or
I
alive. You know what
hope
I'm saying?
I hope this is a lesson to everybody out there throughout history that that way of thinking is stupid and flawed.
It's stupid, bro.
Since they came out, they changed the community, the black community. The Chicago drill wave changed the black community in every inner city in America. It's a fact. It's a fact. We are the age group that was listening to their music when they first came out. We saw the change in our peers.
Yo,
You
bro,
can
you
see the
right.
change.
I'm not gonna front. There wasn't no drill until
Nick,
like Chief Keef and them came around.
and there wasn't no dreadlocks. It wasn't the way of dressing, the lingo. Like nobody had apps. Nobody like, come on, we watched this shit happen. At least in Syracuse, where I'm from, like where I went to school. Come on, bro.
There
I watched
wasn't.
niggas get new nicknames. I watched all
Mm,
this shit. These niggas, this shit is, oh man, this
motherfuckers start
monkey
putting
see monkey
OTF in
do
front of
shit is
they
crazy.
motherfuckers start putting OTF in front of their name on Facebook and shit.
Every hood had a 3-letter acronym. Every hood had a number associated with it. This shit just started becoming a replication of what they seen in the Chicago drill scene.
Mm. And now this
That
next
shit changed
generation,
America.
is mimicking New York drill.
Now this next generation is mimicking the drug addict music that was coming out in
Mm.
2016 to 2016 on.
And
The Lil Uzis, the Trippy Reds, that wave of music,
you
those
right.
people influenced the next wave, which was Juice World and them. And that shit, dumb niggas was talking a lot of drug use. And now all these niggas is drug addicts.
Yo, you right, bro, because there's no way perks got glorified. I mean, I've heard there was kids I grew up with, and now I hear that they taking
Future
multiple
and
perks a day. And I'm like, yo, y'all serious? These kids, I heard a young boy shot himself just to go to the hospital to get perks. I'm not gonna say no name, but I heard this shit. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? These kids is that bad right now, bro?
it's a
Because
lot of drug use going on, man.
and
The
that's
hood is more drug addicts just making bad decisions right now. That's what I'm seeing. Like you might be a very high functioning drug addict. That's a thing. That is a thing. There is a people only think drug addict and they think of the nigga laying on the ground in a crack house.
right.
White dude, dope fiend coming to get some dog food. Like that's what you think of. You don't think of the regular dude, the plumber, the regular street nigga that's on
That's
the
a fact.
corner selling his drugs. He's not doing his drugs, but he does the other drugs. You're not thinking about these people as drug addicts, but if you're using a drug consistently that you're not supposed to be using, you're a drug addict. Even the drugs that you're supposed to be using. Some of the people you get drugs from the hospital. You still a drug addict.
Yeah. And it's like
You get
20,
addicted to it.
15, 20 years of using them. Your body going. You know what I mean? You might turn into a homeboy on the street right now that we stepping over, we walk down the block, thinking we high and
Exactly.
mighty. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, that's a good point, bro. I mean, like I remember. I feel like when Future dropped Mask Off that Percocet, Molly Percocet, that shit really fucked with a lot of kids from our generation, bro. I'm not gonna
Now
front.
think about this. How is that a hook?
That's a fact, bro. That's not a hook. That's some. I don't know. I don't know, bro. That's weird.
And Future, one of the top artists we got in our culture and rap
That's
and
a fact.
and
The
In
big
black
three is like
culture, he's one of the biggest.
that's a fact. Him, Thug, Drake.
Drake also promotes heavy drug use. Old Thug was promoting heavy drug use. These
Mm-hmm.
guys, they talk about heavy drug use. Drake said it himself. I'm on a flight to Japan, 13 hours till I land, talking about taking Zans. Like,
Yeah, bro.
bro,
And
like
I'm telling you, there's a kid who don't have no. And me and you are blessed enough. We grew up in the industry a little bit, seen a lot of stuff, so we can separate what we see versus what's really happening. There's kids right now
mhm.
who are saying, "I'm gonna take a Xan right now because Drake said
Bro,
it in that song."
I work, where I work, bro. So I'm talking to the kids. Like,
And this is what they saying.
they don't, their mentality and thought process to a lot of things that's going on is like a 50-50 thing. Like, you got the kids that understand the commonalities of the world and understand not to just blindly believe what they see celebrities say.
hmm
And that's like 30% of the kids that I interact with. And then that other 70%, it's like,
So what you think about the people like, cause you got the fans of Dirk who are like, yo, free Smirk, he's in it free to, you know how they be. How do you feel about those people? Cause I'm on two sides, right? This is why I say I don't like to be biased, cause it's not fair to everybody who's trying to understand things as a whole. So there are two people in this world. People who are like, well, he deserved what he got, and they're gonna Uncle Tom him, oh, you're a pussy, you don't know about the streets. And then there's some people like, well, you're gonna die in jail because that's the way the streets are. So free Dirk until they free him because he looked like us. So we gonna say free him. How do you feel about the people who agree? Like, yeah, he was supposed to do that, and it's still free Dirk no matter what.
people got to let the system play out. They see someone get arrested and just be like, free them. Don't say free someone that did something egregious.
Mm.
You're not helping the community at that point. You do these egregious actions, you probably should be in jail. Because if we seen a white dude pay someone to get someone killed, we would say, all right, he probably shouldn't just be roaming the streets. If you don't have the wherewithal to know it's not okay to just kill people, the idea in our culture that murder is okay,
King
the
Von was a serial killer.
justification the justification for murder, and no one saying like this is a problem, or even we do have a let me backtrack because that was crazy. We do have people saying that it's a problem what's going on, but in our youth, them accepting the fact that people like in the youth in the streets and our youth all around you accepting the fact that people are just being killed, like that shit is
That's
ridiculous,
like
bro.
saying, free Jeffrey Dahmer because he was a rapper and he was black. I mean, the serial killer, the murderer is a murderer. Don't try to do it because he's a white boy and he was doing. They
We just
probably
have
tying
to
a body
stop.
somewhere.
It
You
has
feel
to
me?
stop. It
Has to stop.
has to stop. It has to stop. It's not okay. It's not okay to kill people. It's not. It's not. I don't know where
It's
the
not.
fuck that shit came from, but people have to stop justifying murder.
They got to stop
That
glorifying it,
shit is
bro.
dumb. Oh, oh, my man died, so I gotta go kill somebody. No, you have to deal with grief like the rest of the fucking people in the world who lose somebody and move on, bro.
Because I don't understand how people like started to love jail so much where they know they're gonna go to jail
Uh,
and they
you're
still
not
are
even
willing to
killing the
go.
person that killed your friend. Let's say your friend did get murdered. You're not murdering the person that murdered your friend. It's not an eye for an eye. You just going to kill somebody else
Facts.
to make someone else family feel the same way that you feel. That shit is dumb.
That's
That
what I say.
hurt
Even they
people.
be
Hurt
saying when they
people.
be rapping about, oh,
Bullshit.
we done made we sent teddy bears every time we made their mama cry. I'm like, what? What? This is the influence, and then people are getting these terms and
And then
really
they'll
trying to go
say,
duplicate it
but
in real
then,
life.
but then they'll say, well, white people are racist. They don't like black people. You are okay with black people murdering black people. You don't like black people.
The contradiction.
Like, we have to stop. I understand there's a long-standing system of racism in America, but we shouldn't add to it.
Can't add to it, bro. That shit is crazy. It's like only I can do bad things to black people because I'm black. Only I could hurt my people. But
That's
once you
like
try to
using
hurt
the
your people, you're
N-word. That's
racist.
like using the N-word. I say nigga, I do. But the rapper raps the word nigga in the song, and then you go to the concert and it's a bunch of white kids saying the word nigga
And
during
you
the
looking
song.
like you saying
What
nigga?
the
Well, stop. Well, what you want them to do, bro? I mean, at least some of the white kids got respect, but it's like, yo, bro, we live in a contradicting culture where people want to. It's like Yeah, it's just only I can harm you, but white people can't harm us, or else they're racist and we're victimized and we don't have no opportunity. America's racist. But it's like if I go in your street, why y'all not getting back on the people gentrifying your neighborhoods? Why you not getting back on the people who just raised and ran on your grandma after she been living there for 40 years?
Why are we not gentrifying our neighborhoods? The
Exactly.
word gentrification doesn't mean a white person or a Jewish person comes into the neighborhood and buys the shit and changes it. Why black people can't? Why we can't just clean up our own neighborhoods?
It's hate. It's self-hate. And then it's even like the saying, "Oh, you talk like a white person." So you telling me when I talk smart and intelligent, only white people can be associated with intelligence? That's what we are saying to each other. We don't realize it, bro. So when we put color on top of names, gentrification means Jewish and white people. Talking smart means being white. When we put these labels, it's because we degrade ourselves internally before we even get the opportunity to
That
realize
shit's
this is
bad.
universal.
Bad,
It's
man.
bad out here, bro. But I'll leave that
And
for the
I
people.
love black people. Like I spend a lot of time in DC. It's a great place. It shows you how amazing black people are.
Mm,
Because the narratives, when you in a place where it's a mainly white city or a mainly white Caucasian area, the narratives can get to you that damn, like growing up, you don't see too many black people in certain positions. They become corny because it's like I'm not about to go to an office and work around a bunch of people that don't understand me. Nah, I kind of understand it sometimes. Like you start to believe that it's not possible because you never seen anyone do it. When you're in a
mm-hmm.
place like DC, you see black people in every aspect of life doing positive things.
Right.
Now, is there negativity there? Yes, but it's so much positivity as well. That has to be highlighted. That's not highlighted enough in our culture, I feel like.
You're right. We don't
I feel
highlight the
like
positivity.
we highlight ratchetness and bullshit more than we highlight the positivity. It's kind of ridiculous.
And we you know what I realized, bro? A lot of people don't really want to be positive. They love negativity. That's why they love seeing girls beat each other up. Baddies East.
Mhm.
They love seeing drill and violence and talking about shit that happened in the streets. Yo, you heard so and so got shot. Oh, and it's like, we can go on Facebook right now and say, yo, go tune into this podcast. Whatever. But we talk about somebody might got shot at the bar last weekend. The whole town gonna talk about it. You know what I'm saying? So it just
Yeah,
it just be like that. That's why I say I don't look for support from nobody. I go make them give it to me. Pause. I go make them.
exactly.
I go figure out how to get. How you got to do it. But yeah, bro, the world is
And
negative.
it's like a conversation I seen on Twitter. It's like they said the worst thing that ever happened to us is when we fought to end segregation.
Facts,
Instead of
facts,
just building our own communities, we fought so hard to give up everything that we worked for and give up all of our culture
facts.
to blend into the white American society. And I kind of agree.
I
Like
agree all the way.
I get it back then. Like if you could eliminate the structure of the racism, so like when we go buy our school books, we still get the quality school books, but we can go do this shit somewhere away from y'all. I feel like we would have been better off.
And that's what I'm saying. I'm like, yo, everybody mad. Oh, they gonna take black history out of the schools. Why you want your oppressors teaching your black babies about history anyway? What's the
Cause that
problem?
Yeah, because it's like they I feel like a lot of people really like we said the last time. I feel like a lot of people really feel like the times that we were oppressed was like extremely long ago, and it wasn't.
Was it, bro?
Like the more knowledge that we get, it's like they ignorance is bliss. That's the saying. It's true. Because once you get some knowledge, you really start to see that all of this shit is a facade and a game.
Bro,
And it's just marketing.
when we had when
Once
we
you get
had our
past it, it shows. It's
when,
still the same.
when we
Nothing
had
changed.
our when we had our own shit, it forced us to put money into our own stores, our own businesses, our own economy, and then we integrated. Then we started mixing in the public schools. We
And they
didn't
did
have
destroy.
nothing to keep
They did
ourselves.
destroy. They did destroy some of our
They did
cities,
a
but
lot.
that doesn't mean we should have stopped trying. The
That doesn't
same
mean
way
it.
we built those cities, we could have did it again.
Again and again and again and again.
And we
And it's
stopped
so
trying.
now you have the white supremacy people saying, "Oh, obviously black people needed white people. That's why y'all integrated." That was one of the mistakes that we should not have done. We should have kept, and then it would have forced the
Uh,
black dollar to
yeah,
circulate where it should have circulated. Now
I
it's all
don't
over
want
the
to have
fucking
to eat.
place.
Malcolm X said it best. Y'all fighting to go eat out of the back door of a restaurant where they spitting your food. I'd
Mm,
rather go down the street to the black people where I
that's a
know I'm be served properly and treated with respect.
that's a take.
even if back then in like where my family from, it might have been a shack on the side of the road where the black people was getting their food from. At least I know the food was cooked with love and it wasn't no bullshit. You go to a restaurant now, you don't know what it is. Because the shit is so fucked up. It's all about money. There's no integrity. This shit is lost.
Shit is lost, bro.
And our
Man.
culture used to be based in integrity.
Mm. We used to
So
have something meaningful, bro.
I don't know what's going on, but something has to change.
I'm gonna end that
Because what
segment
we
right there.
value,
Whew.
what we value now is disgusting. And
Our
I'm a young
morals are
black
off.
man, so I feel like it's my right to say that.
Yes, our morals are way off. And I guess, man, we almost at an hour, bro. We done potted. I guess let's see here. I'm trying to think. Do you follow the Tory Lanez case like that?
Kinda. I fuck with Tory. I mean, it's sad the situation, and he wasn't charged with shooting anybody, but if he did shoot her, fuck him. But I don't think he shot.
Cause,
I don't
cause,
know.
cause
I don't know,
I
bro. I
saw
don't
that
know.
she came out and said like she lied about sleeping with him, and
Hmm.
there was a lot of evidence showing otherwise that Tory Lanez never really shot her, and it
And
was
she said that during the trial. So I don't even understand why she put any of this out right now.
what she said. What during the trial?
That she fucked him.
Oh, she said she did.
Yeah.
Oh wow! So she just over
Yeah.
here lying.
She just lied to Gail King. Yes.
So and my thing is this, right? Because now she's suing this blogger called Malegra or Milagro. Sorry if I forget your name. But I'm a media guy, bro, and I'm building something independently. So I gotta stand up for the people who are out there putting their voice out because now she's getting lawsuits. They're trying to take away her whole platform because she was saying stuff about Megan Thee Stallion that they just didn't like that was coming out.
So if she lied, she deserves to be sued.
Mm-hmm.
Because if someone lies on you or me, I need that.
I need that change. That's defamation. You're right.
But I don't think that that's the right way to go about things right now. Like you put out that album, it was a
Flopped.
lot of discrepancies. Yeah, it was a lot of discrepancies with the numbers. I seen one report that said like 8,000.
Damn.
Then I seen another report that said 40,000. So it's confusing on how it's so big of a difference. But I feel like you don't bring up the old memories that you said you worked so hard to get past and heal from, and that it was such a challenging and dark time in your life. You do not bring them back up just for the sake of a documentary. No, we're past it. You were supposed to be past it, like you said. I know we were past it because
Right.
we don't care anymore. He's in jail. He got a nice stretch ahead of him.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, what is this for?
And then it's like you made us believe, and this is what I said about Angel Reese and why I did the whole thing I did. It's like people cried and then they capitalized. It's like, wait,
That's
what are we
what it
supposed to
looks like.
believe?
And that's what it looks like, because if you really felt some type of way, like it's just no integrity. That's my main point. There is no integrity. You cried. You said you swore on your dead mother
She'd sworn her
that,
dead mother.
that she did not have sex with the man, and she had sex with the man.
Yeah,
Now
bro.
you saying you don't want to talk about the situation because that was once a thing as well. Now you're willing to talk about the situation, and you're talking so cavalierly, like the way she's like, yeah, I didn't talk to the, yeah, I lied to the bitch. Da da da. I know that bitch was gonna ask that question. Why are you calling that
Wow.
woman? Why are you calling that woman a bitch like that?
Wow,
That's Gail King.
but was mad when everybody was calling you names on the internet.
Yeah, and that's another piece that she has in her documentary where they were saying where the Nicki did the cutting the legs off in the music video. Joe Budden saying I don't like her. Other people having their takes on her. You, like I keep saying, as if you're an artist, do not put your art out there to be critiqued. Don't put your life out there as art, and then when people critique you, you have a problem with it.
Right.
You can't do that. And that's what she put out here again. Her life is art. By putting it into a documentary, it becomes art. Now
Mm-hmm.
it's able to be critiqued.
Yeah, it's a fact. Wow, I can't believe that because I heard that they raided his cell, took all of his music equipment. I mean, you in jail. I mean, to even have the privilege to make music is crazy. So that's like shit. Kudos. But if they take your shit, you're still in jail. Like, okay. But
Yeah,
mm,
just because you're an artist don't mean you should have special treatment, brother.
if he was using the music for good and really distributing the royalties back to the inmates and all that and putting money on people's book and stuff like that, okay, I could dig that. But my whole thing with Megan Thee Stallion is like, yo, you really did all of that to that man. If he never really shot you, I
Because
don't
if that's
understand.
the case, it's CPAs in jail, it's data analysts in jail. It's a bunch of people that could do their work from jail. Like if you can
Mm.
do your work through a computer, you can do your work from jail. He's doing his work from jail, so somebody else should have the opportunity to do their work from jail.
Are you saying
It's
like
only fair.
people like who are like data analysts and like real time or like in that are locked up are still working?
No, but they
Oh,
should be able to if he's able to.
right. Oh yeah, that is true, bro. You gotta treat everybody fairly. I should still get my real life salary.
If I'm a data analyst and I shoot someone and go to jail, I should still be able to do my data analysis on my computer from jail and make money since he's able to release music from jail and make money.
That's a fact though. That's a fact though. Can't be
It's
can't
not
be mad
fair,
about that.
especially if I have the amount of money to produce a computer.
Mm, that's a fact. Really can't be mad about that though. That's a fact though. You
Yeah,
ain't
because
lying.
at that point, it's like, all right, get me a computer. I'll pay for the computer, whatever y'all charge me, I'll pay for it, and I'll pay a monthly service so I can have internet. Boom. Now the jail's making money, and the person is able to do their work.
That's a good point, bro. Shit.
But who am I?
I mean, yeah. I mean, you gotta treat everybody fairly, right? I think it's just wrong that she dropped this documentary. After years of making us feel like we should stop talking about it, and then puts out the documentary and just like
They put a gag order on Tory Lanez during the trial.
that's insane, bro. And that a lot of people are trying to put this on Rock Nation too, like because DJ Academics was talking about like, yo, Rock Nation is just bullying people. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to bully people and silence everybody else, and so they can get all the momentum off it. I'm like, imagine somebody's life is really in jail, and if he never really shot her, this guy is literally. But that's my thing. If he never really shot her, and evidence is showing that he didn't shoot her or anything, why is he still in jail?
Because he's charged with shooting a gun. And he admitted
Oh,
or possessing a firearm or some shit like that. And he sort of admitted to the fact
damn, Tory.
of doing that. So it's like he kind of fucked himself over.
What did he say, like out loud, or was it some type of recording, or did he
No,
confess?
I think they said it in court
Damn,
and they had an
Tory.
eyewitness or something like that. It's just sad, man.
And it's crazy how she sat up there and cried about it. And it was like, oh, when I saw it in the documentary clip when they called her and said they just gave him like whatever, she started crying, and it was such fake phony stuff. And I'm just
Bro,
like,
this shit is like the Boondocks.
it's
We
the
need the Boondocks.
Boondocks, right? This is the Matrix for real. We need to get out.
This whole episode sounds like we just was doing a recap analysis of a Boondocks episode.
I can't wait for the 2024 wrap up.
Yeah, that's gonna be
This one gonna
crazy.
be a good one, bro. I mean, Diddy getting hit with
Diddy's son's trying to fight Ray J.
oh my
Chris Brown
god,
hashing to
bro.
break it up.
I just saw that. I'm like, yo, these little boys running around here. They running down on everybody talking about that baby oil boy. Jeez.
Nah, and
Oh
it's
man.
crazy because you got Puff fighting for his life. You
Literally.
got his son dissing the feds in a rap song,
Literally.
and then they trying to commit more violence.
It's like if y'all don't sit
Do
down,
you
and then
think that's help?
his
Do you
son
think
got a
that's
case
helping
too.
him?
His son got a
And
case too.
that's what I'm saying. Do you think any of this is helping your father come home?
Nope.
This is just painting a further picture that you guys are violent people.
Yeah, bro. Facts. Facts.
Make smart decisions. Like this is what I'm talking about. People don't make smart decisions and then want sympathy for their ill-advised decisions. That's stupid.
That's so dumb.
That's
Yo,
stupid.
yo,
Puff running down the hallway in a towel chasing that girl down. Boy, you got to be a damn fool.
oh my god,
You didn't
yo.
think that shit was ever gonna come out because you got some money? Boy, you got to be crazy. You ran down the hall butt ass naked with a towel on. Slammed her on the ground. Brother. And
Yo.
then then y'all want to jump Ray J because he talking about it. That nigga was nuts. Ain't nothing else to say. That nigga was crazy.
You know your daddy was crazy. Y'all gonna act like y'all
Come
ain't
on
see it. It's
now.
a crazy
Nigga
thing.
was doing pink cocaine.
You know what's crazy? I just realized that was a real drug. I thought that was some GTA RP shit.
Yeah, the dude from One Direction just got that's what they said he
That's when
had
he
in the
died, yeah.
system when he died.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bro. This
Yeah, we gonna have a conversation about what pink cocaine really is one day.
we got to, man. I'm gonna leave this episode right here. This been
Yeah.
another good one, man. Make sure you like, subscribe, share, follow Monty. You know what I'm saying? We out here. But yeah, let
One
me know
Dot
your
Money on Instagram, Twitter, all that. You heard.
yes, sir. Let us know your thoughts about all this, man. It's your boy Dre. I'm gone. Peace.